to the music scene, showing lots of love for the community. With great advice, I know who I should go see. So all around town radio show. That's where I go for the latest band info. So all around town radio show for the music that comforts my soul. It's the all around town radio show. The all around town radio. It's the Weekend Review. It's a Bible coming for you. Speaking with the fans, sometimes they don't show well. Whatever, man. Well, come on, who's playing out off the open jam? Who's the talent?
There we go.
Friday night, ready to race on ahead.
Let's see who's checking in today. First up on the list, winning the free bottle of All Around Town Radio water, Glenn on the YouTube channel. How are you? It's time for the show. It is. It is. John Esper checking in from Columbus. How are you, buddy? Kevin Coop in the house. What's going on, Cooper? It's good to have you. Jeff Vance didn't see nothing. Did you see any music, Jeff Vance? Or did you just run sound all week? You had to see music if you ran sound. You did. What's up, Carlos from Spongeworthy? We're going to talk about them. Carlos, he's double dipping too. He's playing in Britches Down. Yes, good to have you with us. Hi, Ashley. How are you? We're going to talk about you in a minute. At length, we are. Look, there is Bronson in the house. What's up, Bronson? I'm sporting the shirt, my friend. I put a little gas in the van this week. I did. Had to. You know, you guys put the plea out, and I just had to, for real. What's up, Tony from Hindsight? Thank you for being here. Brian, thank you for joining us today. Good to have you with us as well. All right, let's get started, people. You want to? Let's do it. Let me get the old vocal cords working here. Oh, the older I get, the worse the voice gets. It does. Thank you, Carly. It is a cool shirt, isn't it? I love this shirt. I picked that one right out of the old merch booth, man. I like that one for real. Thank you, Bronson. I'm going to talk about something here, and let me get started before I get to the list of who we saw over the weekend, our weekend update, as we call it here on a Monday. You can drop in the comments anybody you may have seen play this weekend and you want to have recognized if you didn't put it on our page already. Got to see David Linda. I got a picture of David Linda on my page today, by the way, sporting the All Around Town Radio merch. And let me apologize to you, those who've been asking about the shirts and all that stuff. We've had a little glitch on colors, and we're trying to get that all solidified. As soon as it gets finished, we will have that store up and running for 14 days. So watch for it on the page if you want to order. I'm trying to get it so you can order some for like summer, the tank tops, all that, hopefully by Wednesday. That's tomorrow. Or no, that's tomorrow's Tuesday, Scott. Get it together. 2 days from now, Wednesday. Yes, we're hoping. We are hoping. What's going on there, Shane? Thank you for being here. It's Monday because you're still on vacation. Happy Monday. Yeah. All right. And David Linda, I appreciate you sporting my support local music attire. We hate calling it merch because it's not. We don't really make any money off of it. We just roll any money we make off of it right back into shirts that we give away. So we're just getting the word out to support local music. And that's what it says all over the back of it. I've had pictures come from those shirts everywhere. So let me get going here, guys. Welcome to All Around Town Radio's Weekend Update, your number one source for live local music news, bands, venues, and more. And don't forget to hit the share button on our shows this week if you can. We appreciate it because you shared it on Thursday, man. Did you ever? And Thursday gave us about 5.4 thousand views on the show Thursday of Who's Playing Out, which was awesome. We had a couple thousand on the between YouTube and Facebook on the show we did with the Filthy Heathens and Ashley and Dallas Moore on Wednesday with the band. That was lots of fun. There's Emily. How about that, Emily? It was great to finally meet you in person Thursday night, I must say. But I'm rambling here, so I got to get going, or Ashley's going to throw something at me if I don't start talking about her great event, and that's what I want to do. So thanks for the 5.4K views on the show on Thursday. Don't forget to follow us on all the socials. We're on the X, the Insta, the Facebook, the YouTube, and occasionally on the TikTok. So you can find us there. And as soon as they quit balking at saying it's not allowed to be posted, so I've kind of figured the TikTok thing out now, what I can post and what I can't. So we'll have that this day in music coming up on that, which will be a lot of fun on TikTok. Just a quick 1 minute about some fact about music for the day. Yeah. So if you're a local musician, you'd like to be featured on one of our Wednesday with the band shows, please hit us up for that. And let's talk about this week in music for us. I started my week out with a couple events for myself. Of course, I host trivia on Tuesday at the Miamisburg Moose, and then Name That Tune, which is always a huge blast at Heather's Cafe on the patio. 220 plus players and 32 teams came out in the gloomy weather to play last Wednesday night. We had a blast. We did pay tribute to our friend Rachel, who passed away this past week, and something on our page about that if you want to go back and look at that. But 30 years old she was, and breast cancer took her from us, and that's just a sad thing. But paid a little tribute to her that night, and all the players were so supportive of her teammates and family and friends and all that. So thank you. Had the chance to attend her visitation yesterday, and boy, was it touching. Very. And that's all I can say about that, or I'll get all emotional again. So let me move on. Let's talk about our Thursday night, though. Thanks to Heather's for Wednesday, by the way, and her staff. They're rocking people. They take care of all those customers who come in at the same time and leave at the same time. So good stuff. Sounds at Sunset. Let's chat about it. Middletown, Ohio. This is a labor of love for Miss Ashley Baumgarten. And Ashley and her team throw together a hell of an event. I got a chance to be there and see it firsthand on Thursday night. The crew that was working couldn't have been more hospitable. You could just tell they loved what they were doing. Nice stage to play on. And our friend Zeke from High Tech Event Productions running the production side of things, sound and lighting there. And Zeke, a wonderful job if you're out there or if you watch later. Always love Zeke. He was giving me crap about a picture I got of him today, but Zeke is a fantastic production person. And Zeke and I were talking for a minute on Thursday, and something I've noticed, and he kind of confirmed for me, there's not a lot of young guys getting into that business, and all the old guys are old and they're starting to retire. And there's a huge demand for production people for events. And so, if you're a young person out there thinking about a business where you'll work your ass off for little pay, do it. It's a great gig. I mean, let's face it, you get to hang out with all these musicians and wonderful, wonderful stuff. So I want to thank Zeke. Did a great job and killed it just with the sound and everything. Sounded really good out there to the masses. Ashley, thank you for that. And Jimmy Kilroy, thank you. He said saw the Hanky Panks at Trillions, Gina and Johnny, and Dallas Moore. Where'd you see Dallas Moore, Jim? Were you there Thursday night? Or would you see him somewhere else? Maybe you saw him like at the Pine or something. Hi, Billy Sutherland from the Gulf of America. Thanks for being out there on the cruise ship and checking in with us today. Hope you enjoy your vacation very much. So I want to talk about the atmosphere, first of all, on Thursday night. Sounds at Sunset. Great music-loving people there. You could just tell they were into it. There were some adult beverages available. The park is really nice. And, wow, must I say that it was a hell of an event. And the Filthy Heathens opened the show. And I can't say enough about this band. First time I'd had a chance to see them. I've heard so much about them. Really the first time I'd seen them in their entirety. I've seen some of the players play in other projects and so on, but the Filthy Heathens brought it to the stage, and left everything they had. It was a hell of a show. Their energy level on stage is amazing. They play a variety of tunes, including some of their originals, which I really loved, and had a chance to hear those. And it makes me, I've got to get on the old Spotify and download their stuff. We did post an Instagram picture with them with a little bit of music from the Filthy Heathens, if you want to check that out. Let me get to some comments and I'll talk more about them here. Thank you, Jim, for saying trillions. All right, there you go. And yes, Gina McCann is in the house. Steve Wick, thank you. And he says, Ashley is awesome. Desolate says, hello. How are you, Steve? And Emily says, the Filthy Heathens rocking are truly going places. Man, they are not only a hell of a band, but their social media presence is going to take them to the top. I'm telling you, they've got people that love them, follow them. They do some crazy antics. They're funny guys. But yet when they hit that stage, and man, it's all business. They play great music, and you want to see it. And Ashley says they killed it. Couldn't have been a better. I don't even call them an opener because I hate the term opener because they weren't. They're a headliner all the way. The Filthy Heathens, just absolutely a headliner, no doubt. And yes, thank you, Carlos, for saying Ryan is a beast of a bassist. Just a hell of a band. And it was so funny because I looked out at the crowd. Everybody's digging this band. They're loving this band. And then they start playing, and they're hitting the opening of Rage Against the Machine's Killing in the Name. And they're just jamming this out, and the whole crowd's head banging out there and hanging there, doing that stuff. And it segues right out of that into Fishing in the Dark, which was hilarious, but yet really good and satisfying. And they killed that. So, everybody loves Fishing in the Dark too, but to segue those two songs together, it was just an amazing thought process on the band. And like I said, I love their originals. Each member of the band in their own right is fantastic. I've known Cody Dench for a long time. Cody, what can I say about Cody? He's a beast and a great guy. And got to watch Cody being a father over there at the playground equipment after their set. And chasing, speaking of heathens, that little girl of his was keeping him busy. She was running. Yeah, and it was fun. Hi, Carl, back from Florida. Thank you. Ready to see some local talent, he says. And yeah, I like the term supporting act as well instead of opening. I agree, Gina McCann. And was not an opening closing act show. This was a shared stage, and absolutely was. And I don't want to discount Dallas Moore. We're going to talk about him in a minute, but certainly the Filthy Heathens could have just played all night and stole the show because they were that good. And love those guys. They ended with War Pigs, Sabbath. There was a guy in a Black Sabbath jacket who came up to the front of the stage, and he was digging it. He was having a great time. So such a talented and entertaining group. The Filthy Heathens, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sporting their shirt today. And please follow them on the Book of Face or any of their other social medias and get to know these guys. They are a force, and you're going to say, I knew them when. I guarantee it, because these guys are going up the charts. You wait and see what happens with this band. They are that good. And I'll tell a little quick story about Bronson. Wasn't aware of it till I started kind of snooping on Bronson's Facebook page, because he's on the show quite a bit, comments and all that. We have a big connection through his father, who passed away several years back, with the fire department. That was my other career. And we know a lot of the same people. So what a small world. Truly a small world it is. But Bronson, you killed it vocally, and you got the dance moves too, buddy. You got the moves like Jaeger. You do. All right, I got to keep moving, though. I want to talk about Dallas Moore, who took the stage second on Thursday night. It was funny. His band was not there for sound check. Dallas was there for sound check. I was talking to Zeke about that. And rolled right in, being picked up at the airport like 45 minutes before showtime, and rolled right in and got to land there at CVG and get picked up and brought to Middletown and played a hell of a set. Just did it well. And I'm trying to read comments too. I'm getting distracted here. Emily says, no one dances in skinny jeans better than Bronson. Love it. And Carla says, definitely a small world. It really is. And Ashley says, good dudes. Yeah, super fun. They were super fun. Bronson, you rocked it, man. And it's great we have that little connection as well. I think that's really cool. And so on. So, yeah, Filthy Heathens. Definitely good band. Follow them. Dallas Moore. Can I say, if there was a picture in the dictionary next to professional honky-tonk singer, it should be Dallas Moore. He's been doing it for years, and this man has never forgotten his roots. He knows where he came from. He appreciates where he came from. He still supports where he came from. He couldn't have been any more supportive of the Filthy Heathens. And I forgot to mention, too, what about Wes Shipp getting on stage and singing a song? Wes Shipp, who's a touring artist right now, big artist, got up and sang a song with him as well. So doesn't get any better than that for the boys from the Filthy Heathens. And Wes gave him a huge endorsement as well. But Dallas Moore, he was talking him up. And then he got up there and just killed it with his blend of raspy country honky-tonk sound. I just love his voice. And he's been doing it for so many years, and he's a road dog, man. He travels. He does so many dates all year long out there on the road, and he's a traveling man. It's that I've been everywhere, man thing is about the truth. He is just a crazy good player. If you know old Uncle Dallas, as they referred to him, he's a genuinely nice fella too. And man, how does he connect with his crowd so well up there? He just connects with the audience and has them feeding right out of his hand. And his band, first time I'd ever seen him with this band, man, this band is good. Good. Guitar player, stellar. Bass player, she's solid as hell. Drummer back there just beating his skins, and Dallas up there playing that acoustic guitar like he does so well, and picking and grinning and all the other things that go into that. So, Ashley, you knocked it out of the park with your first one of the season. I can't wait to see the next one and get down there and check it out. Ashley's got a comment here I want to throw up there. It says, Dallas is the coolest super pro. And yeah, I've done a few shows with him, and one thing I admire about him is like how he does sound check and so on. He's done this so much, nothing rattles him. I mean, if something's a little off, he just says, fix it. We'll get it right. He's just that kind of guy. He's never a diva to the sound guys or any of that where some artists are, or, real particular about things. He just knows he's going to get up there and play his honky tonk music and everybody's going to enjoy it. And it was wonderful. Wonderful. Ashley, I'm going to be there. The next one, if I can be there, I'll be there because you got a great thing going there. I got to figure out where to park next time. I was a little disjointed because the first time I'd been there, but I think I got it down now. I was parked up on that hillside, which was easy to get in, but hard to get out. At one point, I was kind of stuck. Hello, Dirk Turner. Thank you for being here. So, yeah, Sounds at Sunset. You can look them up on the Book of Face and see what the rest of their season. I'll give you a little hint. Some friends of the show here are going to be on the bill soon. And, well, a lot of friends of the show, actually, on several of them. But Miss Jackie and Dat Band are going to be playing this event. So that's something to think about. Get on that train. Noah Witherspoon, some other people there. So check it out. Check it out if you can. Sounds at Sunset in Sunset Park in Middletown. And, if you drop a comment there, Ashley will answer you. She'll let you know if you have any questions, that kind of thing. Good stuff. And yes, Gina, I was, you just stole my thunder, honey. I was just going to say, Gina and Johnny, how good is the lineup they have? A great lineup. Hi, Steve Shoemaker. Thank you for being here. So, yeah, check it out. Just follow it on Facebook. You'll get to know when, where. It's Thursday nights, easy night, Go see it over fairly early because it's in the middle of a neighborhood. You can still go other places if you need to. It's okay, honey. I love you, Gina. You're allowed to steal my thunder anytime. Gina McCann. And if you haven't heard Gina McCann sing, go to Sounds at Sunset to hear. You'll agree with Scott. Top voices in the tri-state. Gina McCann's one of them. Absolutely. Hi, Michelle Upton. Thank you for being here. So thank you to the Filthy Heathens, Dallas Moore, again, for being super, super good to us and for doing the show last week as well. We're going to have the Filthy Heathens join us on the show here shortly, too. They're going to be on the Wednesday with the band show, the full band, which ought to be a really crazy one if you want to check it out. All right, I got to keep moving, guys, as we go today. And thank you for tuning in to this live show. If you're watching after we're live, drop us a comment, too. If you watch throughout the evening or tomorrow or something like that, we'd love to hear from you. Kevin Cooper, you're the guy today that's popping up on Facebook that says you're watching 1,000 times. How about that? So let me talk about Friday for a minute. Hang on. That felt good. Friday, got to see Project Credence again. Well, there's Zeke. He said it was a fun night. I hope you were listening. I was pumping your tires a little bit, Zeke. I was. Well, hi, Hollywood. Thanks for being here. Bye, Hollywood. Hope you had a great time at River's Edge over the weekend. Looked like a big crowd. Huge crowd, maybe. Lots of big events going on outside. But Project Credence at Heather's on the patio. I think his name's Austin, the lead singer, by the way. Austin is 24 years old. And I was talking to his bandmates who are not 24 years old. They're much older than that. And they're great players. It's a solid band. If you're into Creedence music and Fogerty stuff and all that, you got to go see this band. You got to. And Austin knows every word to every Creedence song without a teleprompter, without an iPad, without any of that. And the guys were telling me that when he comes to practice, when they put these songs together, he's so prepared. He knows the words already. He doesn't need any, assistance. What a class act. I mean, for a young kid too. I mean, he's 24 years old. These songs are 40 years older than him, some of them, something like that. So yeah. CCR tribute, do a great job of it. And somebody said to me there the other night, I'm not sure I could take 3 hours, 4 hours of CCR. I like CCR, but let me tell you, it goes by really fast and you don't realize how many hits they have until you listen to this band and you relate to all these songs that you remember hearing, that were done by CCR. So Project Credence is my second time seeing them. I'd go see them again tomorrow. Really good band. And the night was so nice on the patio. I needed a chill night on Friday night. And I almost missed their show. This is a funny story. I was at the Eagles in Springboro with my friend Jerry Nimmersheim. We were there about 3:30. And I had to go home and let my dogs out and feed my dogs before I went anywhere else. So I went home, let the dogs out. The next thing you know, I wake up in the chair. Few too many Jameson maybe at the Eagles. And kind of woke up in the chair like, oh, it's 8:30 at night. I got to get down there to see Project Credence. So I was a little late getting there, but that's where it was. And Hollywood says Project Credence going to be August 2nd at Hamilton's Urban Backyard. That happens to be my birthday too, Hollywood. It does, by the way. And Jeff says maybe someone can figure out how to add a cicada solo in some of these outdoor gigs. Cincinnati is inundated with the cicadas, but where we are up here, nothing right now. We're lucky. Don't have it. Yes. Brad says it happens after 50. It does. It does. So thank you to Project Credence. I won't dig deep into it. I've reported on it before, but thank you to those guys. There's pictures on our page that we got up, all of them. And, they're a seasoned bunch of musicians, and then they've got this young man that gets up there and just vocally kills it. And everybody loved him. Everybody in the audience talked about his voice and how well it sounds like the CCR tunes. So thank you to Project Credence. Great job, as always. Michelle Upton saw Finding Melissa. Awesome as always. They're fantastic. And saw a lot of support local music shirts there. Thank you, Michelle. Well, I'm glad you did. Take a picture of those people next time and send it to me. I like those sneaky pictures that catch people in the front row and stuff with the shirts on. Thanks, Kevin Tolles. Great weekend of music. Yeah, you saw some great stuff. I did not get to the All Saints Festival. That's the whole thing. Well, Hollywood, you're going to have to compete with Emily. Yeah, Archer's Gate. Putting on a concert, especially for me on my birthday. No, it's not especially for me, but they're putting on a show. So I don't know. Hi, Zach. we may have to do double duty that day. And yes, Hillsbury, the cicadas are thick. Scott Elvis Miller's here. How are you? Megan Miller is here. No relation to Scott Elvis Miller. And way to be, Megan. Late as always. I'm starting to think Megan's no longer my friend. She's dusted me. She has, like, kicked me to the curb. It's terrible. So thank you, Project Credence. I've got to move on, though. We're running out of time, and I've got to talk about our Saturday because I made another trip to the patio at Heather's. And don't give me any shit. Can I say shit about, oh, you only go to Heather's? Blah, blah. I can see a variety of music people at Heather's. Mr. Burroughs, 5 minutes from my house. Please understand that. And yes. And it's just the way it works. So what have we got? Well, you know, I might have to have a birthday week. Let's think about a birthday week, Hollywood. Megan has a demanding day job. Wah. Cry me a river. Yes. She says that's like the bell for you. Yeah, if the bell was 5 minutes from my house, I'd have a cot there. I'd sleep there at night. So that's just the way it works. All right, Saturday, patio, Heather's, Spongeworthy. Have y'all followed Spongeworthy? If you haven't yet, hit that follow button on their page. This 3-piece band has a huge sound. And one of the premier party bands in the tri-state. I'm going to say that out loud. I mean, I believe that 100%. They have played everything from large festivals to small venues and in between. And Heather's, what a great crowd on Saturday night for them. And they play a multi-genre set list. It is a great list of music that they play, and they're all party tunes. They're all songs people can get up and dance to and enjoy. And it was funny because their first set's a little more subdued, and I don't want to say it's boring by any way, shape, or form because it's not. It's great music. But then the second set, man, it turns into this big party, and people are, and I think they also have the liquid courage by then to get on the dance floor more. And then it's just nothing but nonstop solid hits the rest of the night that people are up and dancing to. So sometimes it takes a little bit of a fire to be lit under the feet of some of the folks on the patio at Heather's if they're there and they're having dinner and they're quiet, and then all of a sudden the alcohol kicks in and they have a great time. But they got up and they were dancing in the first set also, but second and third set it was just amazingly busy and fun. And I said earlier on the page that saying the Springboro crowd loves Spongeworthy would be an understatement, and it is. They come out in droves to get to see, like cicadas. They do. They come out to see this band and enjoy themselves, and just absolutely fantastic band, vocally, musically. Scott's a beast on the guitar. Carlos on the bass, just slamming the bass, just doing a great job. And the other thing is, I want to thank Scott and Carlos for making their way over and saying hi, because I appreciate that more than you know, because oftentimes we talk about people in the show and all that, and we're not there to be recognized or any of that. But when you come over and say hi and say thanks for talking about us or whatever, it really makes my day. It makes me feel like something we're doing here is worth chatting about. So thank you guys for coming over, both of you, and saying, hey, a little handshake and just a hi, how you doing? Because I know between sets it's busy for you and everybody wants a piece of you, and you also have to get back on stage. So that's a wonderful thing. But follow Spongeworthy, guys. When you can play, gosh, the devil went down to Georgia, and then you turn around and play Bruno Mars in the next song or whatever. It's amazing how it works. And everybody stays on that dance floor with them at parties. And just some good stuff. So thank you guys so much. Spongeworthy, one of my favorite party bands. I've seen them at Oktoberfest many times and other places where there's huge crowds. And Carlos, thank you, man. I know you love what you do, and you look like you're having a great time up there every time I see you guys. And Carlos also, I'll give him a shameless plug for his other band, Britches Down. If you like country music, Britches Down is the premier country band, at least in the Dayton area, I know, and beyond. So check them out if you get a chance as well, and follow their page and go see one of their shows sometimes. And Zach says, played at Heather's for the first time last Thursday. There you go. Yeah, I missed that one, Zach. I missed that one because I was down at the Sounds at Sunset, but heard it was a good show. Everybody talked highly, so wonderful stuff. Thank you. So that's really all I've got on our weekend in review today, guys. I want to say how much I appreciate you all following our page. We would love to hear from you. On our page, we put a post up about who you saw play, and please give the venues a shout out. So many music venues are closing up across this country, and we've got to prevent that from happening because, without the venues, nobody's going to get paid to play. Literally the bands, what are they going to do? So we've got to have those venues stay and be part of that for real. And please help support the venues by giving them a shout out. Let them know you're talking about them. And especially if you went and you had a good time, like so many people told me, like at Heather's Saturday night when they were watching Sponge, about how great the staff was and how well they got taken care of and all those, and the atmosphere and all those things that go on there. Those are kind of things that owners like to hear about their venues. So please put it in the comments sometime and let people know, because they're the important ones as well. And Brett, good to see you at Sounds of Sunset. Yes, I got to see Brett Brock in the house. The legendary Brett Brock was there. And thank you, Carla. And thank you, Project Credence. Love you guys, man. You guys were wonderful. And you were the night I needed that night, actually. Just sit and chill out and listen to a little CCR music. So thank you all for tuning in today. Tomorrow, Hot Topic Tuesday with my co-host with the most, Karis. She'll join me tomorrow at 5. We'll have a good hot topic for you. And then Wednesday with the band, I've got Debbie Manning on from the Blues Society in Cincinnati. Going to talk a little bit about some things. That'll be going on Wednesday and Thursday. Who's Playing Out? Brought to you by our friends at Heather's on the patio in Springboro. So join us then, guys. Thank you. Until then, it's Monday, but doesn't mean you can't get out and support live local music and the bands and venues that bring it to you. Absolutely. Carlos, I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree with it. Gina McCann, thank you so much. And absolutely. Good to have you all with us. Thanks so much, guys. We'll catch you next time here at All Around Town Radio, 5 o'clock tomorrow with Hot Topic Tuesday, and it's going to be a hot one. It is going to be a hot one. Don't forget, the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of our sponsors or any entities they may represent.
I flip on the book of face. Yeah, I know where to go. There's a man over there into the music scene, showing lots of love for the community with great advice. I know who I should go see. So all around town radio show, that's where I go for the latest band info. So all around town radio show for the music that comforts my soul. It's the